Dr. EE, is eczema an allergy or an autoimmune disease?
So eczema is something that is within the allergic trio, all right? So it comes with eczema, hay fever, and asthma. All right, so it's considered under the umbrella of allergies. So there's a lot of people don't actually know what exactly causes eczema. It's still one of those things that is really hard to pinpoint, but it comes down to something like like asthma, like hay fever, which is an inappropriate response of the immune system, plus just an abnormal function of the barrier function of your skin. All right, so eczema is something that can happen in childhood. It can happen in adulthood as well. And the main thing about eczema is to keep it moisturized and to, maintain your skin barrier. Because a lot of research shows is that people who have eczema or other, similar skin conditions, it's not entirely down to the abnormal responses of the immune system, but it's also there's something a bit funny about the barrier function of their skin. All right, so our skin's main purpose is to form a barrier between, the inside of us and the outside world. And normally it does a really great job at this. It keeps the bad stuff out. It allows, some of the good stuff in. But if you have abnormal barrier function, what happens then is that it's allowing things that shouldn't be allowed through. And then your immune system is being like, oh, what is this? And it goes after it, right? Even if it's not entirely harmful. All right, so it's a combination of things going on. But with eczema, what you really want to do is that you want to keep it moisturized. All right, you want to protect that skin barrier. There's a lot of things that can set off eczema. For example, I have friends who can't wear wool because it sets off their eczema. Other friends as well, they have, certain types of laundry detergent that they can use and other types that they can't use. Perfume might be also something that sets off eczema. Sweating can set off eczema. So there's a lot of different things that can set it off from person to person. And what we really have to do is just identify these triggers and avoid them. If you have an eczema flare-up, what can help with that is the applications of steroid creams, but that is really something that we want to reserve for when you really, really need it and only in a very, very short term. Otherwise, what we really want to do is just identify these triggers, avoid them, and then just generally try to take care of ourselves otherwise, because people who have these diseases, they tend to come together. Eczema, hay fever, asthma. That's why they tend to come together. So what we want to do is just take care of ourselves in other ways, because when you have these sort of things, your immune system is already going a little bit wonky. So we want to take extra steps, extra care to help bolster our immune function, making sure that it's not going haywire so often, that we're supporting its normal functions.